Hello and welcome back to Not Just Another Fat Girl. This is Kristen, aka your resident fat girl, and I am back on my computer. I am attempting to record. Most likely it will freeze partially through, but I recorded a few videos on my phone and then it decided not to let me upload them to YouTube, so it ended up being a complete waste of time. And at least with what I record on my computer, at least I can upload those. So yeah, that's where we are. But prior to Valentine's Day, I had recorded a video and I still feel like it's relevant. So I still want to do it and to post it for y'all. And it's basically just kind of talking about the pressures of that holiday. It has never been a holiday that I celebrated. Whether in a relationship, out of a relationship, I have never really celebrated Valentine's Day because I feel like it's very commercialized. There is a ton of pressure from the outside world to be a certain way. It devalues human beings as a whole through this single holiday in so many ways. So it is supposed to be about love, about expressing your love, about sharing the love in a way, I guess. But that's not what it focuses on. It focuses on how grand the gestures are for your love, or to show your love. It's basically a bunch of people in relationships are trying to one-up each other, and people are trying to one-up other couples, and those that are single, they either fully embrace their singlehood and give a big middle finger to the holiday, go out with a bunch of girlfriends and, indulge in pizza and cheap champagne and stuff like that, or they sit there and they feel bad. They feel sorry for themselves. They basically listen to society who tells them, hey, if you didn't get a bouquet of flowers on Valentine's Day, if you didn't get a box of chocolates on Valentine's Day, if you didn't get this or you didn't get that, then you are not worthy, you are not wanted, you are not desired the way that everybody else over here is. And that couldn't be further from the truth. In relationships, if your significant other didn't get you something for the holiday, a lot of people feel like they don't love them. And that couldn't be further from the truth. What I don't like about it is that it puts so much emphasis on what you get rather than what you have. You have someone who loves you, or you have someone who is there with you, or you have a friend, or you have a lot of things in life. So I guess let me just talk in general here, because whether you are single or in a relationship, you have people who care about you, who love you, whether they're friends, whether they're family, whether it's a significant other, a boyfriend, a girlfriend, or whoever. You have people who genuinely care about you, but everybody expresses their love in a different way. That's part of what makes relationships somewhat complicated sometimes, is that you express your love in one way and he expresses it in another. She expresses it in one way and you express it in another. And they don't always mesh and blend, and you don't always understand their love. The same thing with parents. I see so many people who fight and who argue with their parents and who don't really appreciate the way that their parents are showing them that they love them. Parents who have made a ton of promises and never kept a single one, but yet who will stay up late at night sitting on the couch waiting for you to come home to make sure that you're okay, that you made it home safely. There's so many ways to express that you love someone. And I'm sorry, but a bouquet of flowers, never gonna do it. Never gonna do it. A box of chocolate, never gonna do it. Not for me, anyways. Don't get me wrong. I mean, as a woman, I think you enjoy receiving those things, and not necessarily because of what it is, but because of the meaning behind it. It means that he stopped and he thought about me. He thought about me and he thought that I would like this. And so, whatever it happens to be, even if it's just a little, you know, cheap thing from the little 25-cent machine outside of Walmart or whatever, it's the fact that somebody stops and thinks about you. And I think that is what every single person is missing on Valentine's Day, is feeling like they have someone who is stopping to think about them regularly. And I think the people who are in a relationship, that's what they need to remember. You have someone who thinks about you regularly, who loves you, who spends time with you, who is in a committed relationship with you and only you. We have so much to be thankful and grateful for, and just because I don't go to an overpriced dinner and get a big grand bouquet of flowers and the biggest box of chocolate from the store doesn't mean that I don't feel loved. It doesn't mean that I am not loved. And vice versa. Not receiving those things doesn't mean that I am loved or unloved or any which way. It just simply is. And I've been in many relationships on Valentine's Day and have never done anything. I'll write them a note or a letter, but I'm not going to go out of my way to buy something for them to express my love. I feel like words are enough. I feel like actions are enough. And I guess that's the bottom line of it, is when did love become this materialistic thing? There was this one guy, he was 18 years old, and he wanted to propose to his high school girlfriend. He had $100. He worked really, really hard for that money all summer long, busted his butt to earn that $100, above and beyond his bills, to get his girlfriend an engagement ring to propose to her. And so he goes to the jewelry store. Obviously, he's a little young, a little naive, doesn't realize that $100 is not going to get you much. But he was very insistent on a diamond ring. He ended up getting a sterling silver ring with literally 1/10 of a diamond, like a little speck of a diamond, basically, where the setting was bigger than the piece that was in there. But you know what? She loved it, and she wore it with pride. Not because it was this big fancy ring, not because it was a statement piece to the world, but because it meant something. She knew how hard he worked to get it for her, and he gave it to her with love, with so much passion, with so much care and thought and enthusiasm. He gave her something that really wasn't worth much to the world, but it was priceless to them. And the rest of the world would probably turn their nose up to it. I mean, think about it, ladies. If you saw someone with an engagement ring that had literally 1/10 of a diamond in there, is that something where you would say, "Oh, I love your ring. Where did you get it?" No, most of us wouldn't, because we're materialistic. because we are a world that is very showy, and that is all about showing each other up rather than appreciating what we have, appreciating who we're with, and appreciating the everyday things. I don't need a holiday to tell you how I feel. I don't need a holiday to get flowers or to give you a gift. I don't need a reason. You are my reason every single day. So I will never understand Valentine's Day. I will never understand why we need a holiday to declare something that we feel every single day, to do something that we could do every single day. And I will never, ever, ever make anyone feel bad because they don't have the same thing as me or because they have more than me. Love is not a competition, and it never should be a competition. And the whole keeping up with the Joneses thing that is so prevalent in society today, to be honest with you, feels a little ridiculous, because keeping up with them doesn't mean that you are them. And you may be trying to keep up with somebody who maybe materialistically they have more than you, but emotionally, spiritually, mentally, just in love and relationships in life, the quality may not be there. They may have the expensive things, but you have what's priceless, what they can't buy. And that is why, at the end of the day, I don't celebrate Valentine's Day, really. I will never make a big deal about Valentine's Day, and I don't think you should either. It's not that I'm dissing the holiday. It's not that I'm telling you, oh, you shouldn't celebrate it with your boyfriend or your fiance or whoever. You know, if you do, I'm not putting you down for it. I'm just saying that I don't understand why you need a day, a special day, to do what you could do any day. That's it. So, to all of you ladies who didn't do anything for Valentine's Day, who are single, who didn't get bouquets of flowers, who didn't get chocolate, who didn't get jewelry, a gift, whatever it may be, guess what? I'm right there with you. And I'm in a relationship. So, yeah. Those who didn't give anything for Valentine's Day, you don't have to. This is not a competition. It was never a competition. So, bottom line, just appreciate what you have, whatever it may be. And those of you who don't have someone special in your life right now, know that that person will come. It may seem like they're never going to get here. It may seem like you've been waiting for forever. But I promise you, that person will come, and they'll be worth the wait. And I hope that when they do arrive, that you show them how much you love them every single day. And you don't wait for a holiday to do some grand big gesture to showcase your love. To me, I would much rather have the little things sprinkled throughout than to have one big thing once a year or every couple months or whatever. But that's just me. So I hope that y'all had a good Valentine's Day, no matter how you spent it. I hope that you appreciate every single person that is in your life, and that you do your best to show them that you love them and that you care about them every day, not just on the holidays, not just on special days. So until next time, stay fabulous. Like this video, give it a thumbs up if you appreciate what I had to say, can relate to it, whatever it may be. Subscribe if you haven't already. And yeah, stay fabulous.